Nothing like a legal issue on YouTube to bring out the vermin, isn't there? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm dealing with that in my own inimicable way, as you well know. So let's put that aside and let's just concentrate on the matter at hand. So let's refer back to my previous video. There are a number of you who seem to be under the impression that what I am trying to resolve here is a personal issue regarding a personal video or videos of mine that were DMCA'd and that I want to see resolved. Now don't get me wrong, that is definitely at the root of what I'm doing here. That is how it all started, so to speak. But by the time it got to the stage that you observed yesterday, in my video of yesterday, or this morning actually, it had gone beyond that. It had gone way beyond that. Because what YouTube, of course, don't realize or don't know, what Google don't know, is that I have not just been dealing with my own little situation here. I have not only been looking at my own DMCA and how to deal with the DMCA that was posted against my one video, trying to fight my lonely battle against YouTube. No. I have been involved in the last year or so with a number of fallacious, bogus DMCA claims against a number of users, and I have assisted a number of users in resolving these claims, mostly successfully, I might add. So when it comes to DMCA claims, DMCA counter notifications, and the way YouTube responds to them, there is very little that I hadn't seen before, and this is something that occurred to me quite suddenly last night. That when it comes to the DMCA counter notification and YouTube's response, which I can almost drone out by heart at this stage, where they state that it appears that you do not have the right to post the content on YouTube and that they therefore will not process your counter notification, that is in fact illegal. And it is completely and utterly irrelevant who DMCA'd whom and for what reason in this regard. When the recipient of a DMCA files a counter notification, YouTube are obliged, in accordance with the Digital Millennium Copyright Act 512 G 2 B and C, to reinstate the allegedly infringing material within 10 to 14 business days after receiving the DMCA counter notification. And that is it. Period. No ifs, no buts, no maybes, and no qualifications, other than that they receive notification by the original claimant that they have instigated legal proceedings against the person who filed the counter notification. But if that happens, we're a whole lot further down the road of dealing with this situation in a legal setting. When it comes to the basic scenario of somebody posting a DMCA notification, you receive the DMCA notification and you file a DMCA counter notification, then YouTube are obliged, unless they can show you that they have received from the other party a clear commitment that they are going to take the matter further in court, they are obliged to reinstate your material within 10 to 14 business days. So every time YouTube respond to a DMCA counter notification regardless of who it is done by. Every time YouTube responds to that with a refusal, they are breaking the law. And that is what I am addressing here. That is why I am looking for evidence. That is why I am looking for people to contact me, anybody, under whatever circumstances. If you have had this response from YouTube, in which YouTube state that it appears that you do not own the necessary rights to post the content on YouTube, and that they therefore will not process your counter notification, then YouTube have broken the law again in your case. And I want to hear from you, because it happening to me is a one-off situation. It could be a unique situation, an unlucky convergence of circumstances, but it happening over and over and over again to many different people under many different circumstances shows an institutionalized abuse of the legal provisions made in the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. And if we can show that to be the case, then YouTube have a case to answer. That is as far as I'm going to take it right now. I will not divulge any other information to anybody about this. Nor am I going to debate with anybody the validity of this case or the chances of its success, because I am not going to jeopardize this case by debating it with a retard. It's as simple as that. So by all means feel free and come trolling this video and come posting idiotic comments about what you think the case is and about the terms of service and about the community guidelines and other completely irrelevant nonsense. But if you do, know that that will be the last comment you ever make on my channel. On the other hand, if you have been the recipient of one of these responses by YouTube, and let me make this very, very clear, if you have ever filed a DMCA counter notification and YouTube responded to this by point blank refusing to process it, then contact me and let me know how and when this happens to you. I need this information, and the more cases of this I get, the better, because I think this is endemic. I think I and the handful of people that I've helped with their DMCAs are only the tip of the iceberg on this. That this is happening to lots of people over and over and over again, and YouTube are getting away with it because they're dealing with little, insignificant people with very shallow pockets that cannot afford to take the matter any further. And that is abuse, and that needs to stop.